So, good morning or good afternoon, everyone, especially for you, sir. Our topic for today is communication flow. Objectives: understand different communication flows, identify barriers to effective communication, learn the importance of listening and communication, and lastly, apply communication skills in workplace scenarios. So, what is communication flows? Communication flows describe how information moves within a group or organization. It helps ensure that messages reach the right people for making decisions, work together, and giving feedback. So, communication flow is very important to know or to understand because it can help the organization run smoothly, improve teamwork, and ensure that the information or the messages can reach to the right people. Kay dili man gud ka pwede magpataka og complain nga for example na problema sa inyong company or sa schools, mag-complain jud ka dito sa mas higher level instead nga mag-complain ka sa imong mga coworkers. Og dili man gyud na pwede nga mag-complain ka bisag asa nga bisag asa like sa imong coworkers, sa imong mga friends kay dili man na sila involved ana nga problema. So that we need to understand and to know what is communication flow because if you don't understand what is communication flow, it may cause confusion, mistakes that can slow down the progress of the company, and there is possibility that the that your company or the schools would fail. So there are four types of communication flow. The first one is upward communication flow. Upward communication flow is from subordinates to superior. So upward communication flow is when people share informs from a lower level to a higher level. So upward communication flow is very essential in a workplace or any aspect sa atong life or in a school because it help the leader or the teachers to understand the problems, idea, or feedback from their employees or students. So for example, if the student didn't understand to a given topic for the report, so instead nga mag-ingon sila nga ay sus okay na to nasabtan ako to bisag nangutana na inyo ang maestro nga naabay clarifications nabay mga pangutana so nagsige man kaingon nga okay na to nasabtan ako to so what will happen if dili nimo or dili ka mo adto sa superior or sa imong instructor para mangutana, um, it may be uh, it may be caused failure sa imong report or dili gid nimo siya buhaton kay gadwa-dua man ka kung unsa ang imong buhaton nga report kay wala man ka kasabot. So na possibility nga ma-fail gyud ka. So that's why upward communication flow is very important. So for example, if your instructor if you tell your of for example if you tell your instructor that you did not understand the subject matters, so mas ma-aware siya, so ma-elaborate pa niya ayo sa imo for you to understand. So that's why upward communication flow is very important to understand kay it helps the teachers or the leader to understand or ma-aware sila sa problems na dapat nilang isolve. So, kadua is the downward communication flow. So, downward communication flow is from superior to subordinates. So, downward communication flow is an opposite of upward communication flow, where the information flows from higher level to lower level. It is also important so that the employee or student understand what they need to do. So for example, kanang orientations kanang orientation is nana siya yung mga instructors or mga higher pa, mga principals, example sa school, principals or mga uh, the president sa schools or the leader of the company kana. So kanang orientation is one of the example of downward communication, kay naaman dira mga principal or the bosses that will give information, orders, instructions, or the objective of a school or a company, so that the employee or student can know what they need to do. So dili sila magpataka o buhat o bisag unsa nga wala na appeal sa orient kanang. So aware sila, it's because of downward communication flow kanang orientation. So ma-aware sila sa dapat nilang buhaton ug sa dili dapat nilang buhaton, so that downward communication flow is very essential also to inform the newbie about the subject matters. So the third one is the horizontal communication flow. So ang horizontal communication flow is between peers and colleagues. So horizontal communication flow is the exchange of information between people at the same level in a workplace or school. So it will happen when employees talk to their co-workers or the student communicate with their classmates. So horizontal communication flow can help improve teamwork and collaboration. For example, in a sports like basketball, so dili man yun na siya pwede na ikaw ra mo atubangan ng 5 mo kakalaban. So you will not win if you don't have teamwork or you did not collaborate so with each other. So if a basketball team sharing their ideas about the game strategy and have teamwork and collaboration, so the game will be make easier. So pag namoy collaboration, mag-share mo sa inyong ideas between your teamwork, right? Team or between your team and collaborate mo, so it happened that the game will be easy to you. So that horizontal communication flow is very important, because if you don't know or you don't understand what is horizontal communication flow, it may cause losing, it may cause confusions. So mas madali mo mapildi or the team will fighting, so mag-away-away mo kay wala man mo ga-collaborate, wala man mo ga-kwan. So mo nang that's why we need to know or to understand what is horizontal communication flow, because it help the employee, players or students to improve their teamwork and collaborations. So the last one is the diagonal communication flow. So diagonal communication flow is across department and hierarchy levels. So ang diagonal communication flow, it will happen when people from different level and different departments share information. It is different from upward and downward communication flow because it does not follow a straight hierarchy. Instead, it allows employees or students directly communicate with different level or department. So for example, if there are student or ikaw nga estudyante na kay complain about sa tuition sa eskwelahan or fine sa eskwelahan, instead nga mangutana pa ka dito sa imong instructor or sa mga teachers nga moingon ra mangyapon na sila og dito na lang dito sa accounting kay mas makuanan ka dito, mas malinawan. So So dili pud pwede nga. So very important nga makasabot ta sa diagonal communication flow kay for example kanang mga estudyante nga naay mga problema sa eskwelahan, instead nga magparadyo sila mag-post sila sa social media, moditso na lang sila sa accounting or sa office of the president. Dito sila maghatag og message about sa ilang complaint so that walay mahitabo sa institution or sa eskwelahan, walay mahitabo nga di maayo or dili madaot ang eskwelahan. So mas nice if dito na lang ka sa mas higher level ang imuhang atuan kaysa dito ka sa mga wala na involved ang mga problema like radyo, social media, or kinsa man imong pangtabian dira. So mas nice if mo direct na ka dito sa office of the president or sa accounting kay dito makasabot man mo and makahangyo ka unsay mong gusto pag-ingon dito. So walay makabalo kundi kamura. So if you don't understand what is diagonal flow, it may cause damage of the school or sa company nga imong gitrabahuan kay magpataka ra man ka og kanang imong message kanang paabot sa imong message bisag dili bitaw involve ana nga problema or sa imong gimessegean. So mao nang importante kaayo nga makabaluta what is diagonal communication. So diagonal communication helps save time and it fix your problem faster. So makasave ni siya time kay mo direct naman ka dito sa higher level, sa higher department, dili na ka mo adto ng radyo post pa ka diya. So unang diagonal information is very important. So understanding communication flow is important. Why? Because it can reduce mistakes, confusion. It makes works and school better because people understand each other. It also helps leaders, employees, teachers, and students work together well. Like maka-work sila malinawon or hapsay kay tungod nakasabot sila unsay communication flow. And lastly, you ensure that the message can reach to the right people. So that why communication flow is very important to understand or to know.
Sir, this is my report. Barriers to effective communication, mga babag ka mga pag-communicate sa ubang tao lisod kayo siya idungog o share is grabe yun ka isod o ano yung mga examples sa mga barriers to effective communication. First is ang language differences. When people speak different language may cause a misunderstanding. So naman jud tay lain nga language, no? Sa atong sa kalibutan is medyo lain nga mga languages. And first of all, magamit jud ta og tuwang language nga Filipino dinhi sa Philippines. So kasagara nga ginagamit dinhi sa Bukidnon is Cebuano, Ilonggo, sa kana kay naman yung uban nga pareha sa America is madto ka dito is ug magamit pud ka og Bisaya dito dili mo makasinabot mo nang magamit jud ta og ahatang lugar mo atong gamiton nga language. So second is lack of attention. If someone is not paying attention, they may miss important details. So, kailangan ka mag-pay sa mga attention even nga nakay ka communicate or ka istorya, because kani siya is feel nimo nga dili ka important sa mga gipang-ingon sa imong kastorya. So, second is emotional barrier. When people feel angry, sad, or scared, they may not listen well or speak clearly. So, na emotional barriers is kanang lapi makita nga tao nga sad o feel kay angry or kaning scared. So, nakita mo jud nato sa mga tao nga o na sila problema is dili jud sila maka focus sa tuwa o makadungog o ayo o lisod po na sila nakigstorya sa mga tao kay sila ginona nga problema. Then physical barriers, distance, closed doors, and bad internet connection can stop communication. So kani mag-communicate mo through internet. So mawala gyud ang internet connection niyo, mabutol jud inyong communication. So last is noise barriers. Loud sounds or background noise make it hard to hear and understand. So noise barrier, lisod kayo ka maka communicate og tao, lisod kayo og anang saba bitaw kayong inyong palibot, lisod kayo dunggon ang tingog or kanang magistorya mo, lisod kayo.
Elements of the listening process. Listening process consists of several key elements that help in the individuals effectively receive, interpret, and respond to spoken messages. Sabutan niya sir is kanang mga proper nga conserva, like kabalo ka maminaw, matubag sa mga kabalo ka mo sabot kung siyang ginamin. And there are 5 key elements of listening process. First is receiving the hearing or memorizing time message. Nang kabalo ka maminaw sa kung siyang ginapoint, kung siyang ginamin. Then second is understanding and interpreting the meaning of the message or making sense what was said. Like kabalo ka mo sabot sir ba kung siyang like sabot ka sir o kabalo ka mo sabot. Second is evaluating, thinking about the message, meaning, and importance. Like same na sila sa understanding sir. Second is responding, reacting with words or body language, like mukha yung sir baro, like mag-react ka, makita man sa imong pagtubag kung sa kanya nga sakto o muto kinanglan sir o mutubag ka sir po yung ilong para magsanagtanay mo. Then last is remembering, keeping the information in mind of later. Nang kabalo ka mo timan sir kung siyang ginaingon, pero hindi mo sir may istorya mo din pasa niya spigas is magkasanagtanay mo sir para po dili mo konserva, dili mag-away tungod sa malira ang nadungog.
Conclusion. So, effective communication is very essential in the workplace because understanding communication flows, overcoming barriers, and improving listening skills can help in achieving success and productivity to a company.